This giant's... idea to spawn this thing.
Second here. Let me get something rearranged here. Yes, indeed, you are first. How's it going? How's it hanging? And all that stuff. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna have to plug this phone up here. Look over to see what's what. Excuse me. Anyways. Alrighty. Trying to bang out all the other ones that I feel like I really need to get, and then I'll just knock all the other ones out for the sake of getting my power level up even more. But I'm like severely overpowered for this area anyways, so power level is 90, and I'm power 413 at the moment. I'll be power 414 once I put this other one in here. It doesn't seem like there's really anything else for me to really knock out of the way. And whatever. Well, this kind of seems like it's a sinking ship at the moment, knowing who's at the helm. So, there is that. It's really kind of unique how they, which, I mean, I figured they were going to do this anyways, how they've gone and actually added in the portion where the Vikings were the first ones to find out about America. And that's where I'm at right now. It's another completely different section that I really wasn't aware of until I started to go through another type of storyline. But what sucks is I couldn't bring anything with me because I had to basically disguise myself, so now I'm having to go and get other stuff if it's for this particular area. And I knew the moment that I got here, when I started seeing some of the areas and the names of them, I'm like, yep, this is America, because it's having the Native American language in it. Especially with the way that things are being spelled. There was one thing, I can't pronounce any of these things, but there was one in particular that seemed like it stretched like almost all the way across the screen. And I'm like, what the heck is this? I can't even say it. There's a thingy over here. Let's see what this is. Yeah, that's true. Is there a way for me to jump off? Yeah, well, of course there would be. Oh, I can't go off of there. I thought I was going to be able to run off of there, but nope. Okay, obviously that turkey is glitched.
Fly up, Arne! You can do it, pet! Come on!
Your turkey isn't oh, that's why I can't kill it, because it's part of this thingy.
Drop
this little
something.
story segment.
Good old Arne, my beloved pet, fell down. Well, flew his way down below. Now the poor thing is stuck. I cannot
Yeah, no kidding, I
seem
can't
to
kill it.
encourage my Arne to fly back up. Looks like we still have a long way to go. Arne!
Not unless...
It cannot fly. I will have to lead it back up.
Watch out for his affections. Arne is the fiery sort, loves to give kisses. Please don't kill him if
You can fly to Helheim.
Ah, Loki's ass. I suppose it was his fate.
Hey, we can eat
He
him.
was one of the slower ones. I guess I will go back to my friends, the Toothbreakers. I hope they still wait for me at the port.
Turkeys can't fly. They can only float. They can hover a bit, but they can't actually fly, at least from what I've heard. Yeah, I heard about the drummer dying. I guess I'll just have to find somebody else if they're going to continue. It really sucks in this too, because I don't have a mount either. That irks me. I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, probably having a horse on your boat's going to weigh it down a bit. It probably wouldn't work out too well, but honestly, man, like, they should have at least had me be able to call a mount out of somewhere, because they allowed me to do it in the Asgard and Jotunheim arcs that I did yesterday. So
I should not be seen in this
and
area.
that wasn't even my same place. I mean, that wasn't even my same mount that I had beforehand. It was something completely different. Yeah, well, I guess they could be like a... If they're treating it as a company, I guess it could be like a, I don't know, t-shirt business or something. I don't know. Set a trap in him. Exploding corpses.
Power beyond measure awaits us, man. A
There he
mountain
is.
of silver to the first digger to open the way.
Gone. We have found nothing but a gate we cannot open.
I shall call upon our ally. Heed me, Gorm of the Order. Ancient ones, I summon you. Speak to me, you stone-dwelling godwoman.
In time, what once was, shall be again.
What does that gibberish mean? Gods burn it all. Keep digging, mules. Power beyond measure awaits. Power beyond measure.
Gorm Kjotveson.
Gosh, I'm so sick and tired of how the Assassin's Creed series...
Gone. Did you find Olaf the Unlucky?
I did. I locked him away for thieving. When I return, I will see that the beast will get his flesh till his bones are clean. Meteor.
There's my guy.
I crossed the broad sea for you, Gorm. Are you not flattered?
One reason only I see. Snake.
One reason only.
Really? He shot the damn floor out. The problem was. I'm just gonna kill the whole camp and then then I'll confirm the kill. Unless I can do it right now.
Shit! Have to repair that.
Yep, while I'm on fire. He's on fire! Doesn't give me a jam.
Wait. Wait. This is not the Hall of 500 doors. This is not the Rock of the Fallen. Where are the women on the winged horses? Where are the choosers of the slain? You, my blood enemy.
This is Niflheim, the hell of mist and cold. This is where the faithless dead come to die again. This is where ghosts fade to mist, to be forgotten.
Your meddling has doomed us all, crow of battle.
More lies from a liar born. Now speak the truth. What brought the Order to this place?
To free a goddess, a creature of power and light, buried by the Jotnar in ages past.
She had another piece of Eden.
A pity, Gorm.
That's what it is.
You will not meet her now.
Nothing's ever explained in terms of the main story of the Assassin's Creed series and these past 3 previous entries, but I'm hoping they can get back into the swing of things again, considering they're also going to end up having some Assassin's Creed related stuff in Watch Dogs.
Gotham's crystal eye. It hums with a strange feeling.
Watch Dogs Legion, they have like some missions.
What was Gotham digging for?
Dealing with the assassins.
Something deep inside this cave.
Like a futuristic looking assassin chick or guy.
Olaf should know his tormentor is dead. I owe him that much.
Oh. Okay, that was weird. That was really weird. Terrible when you get an accident. That was really weird. So they just went back to their normal pose for the most part. When I went back into the game like that, that was very strange. Just kill everybody. That friggin' harpoon is so janky, man. Like, it's so stupid how it works. Like, if you hit him with it, it can throw him back. If you hit him with it again, it can bring him forward, like Scorpion. I'm surprised Eivor doesn't say, "Get over here." It can throw him sideways. It's so random. You know, it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of strange. And it seems like one way that he'll end up pulling or pushing, it'll go the completely opposite direction. So... yeah, that definitely would be cool if they were to do something like that, because I believe, I forgot which Assassin's Creed it was. I don't know if it was Unity or 3. I really can't remember. But there was a segment that you would go in where you basically got warped to another, you got warped into the future, and I don't know if it was World War I or World War II, but I believe you were climbing the Eiffel Tower to do something. I forgot what it was. But yeah, that would be really cool if they did that. World War II. Hey everybody, Hitler didn't die from suicide. An assassin killed him. Key's got to be here somewhere. Oh, it's down here. Of course it'd be on to have to be down here and be the last one that I had taken out. No, I don't want to carry. It's not, that wasn't what I was trying to do. Alrighty. Where was I from last time? I really wish it would, I don't know if they have that in the options where you can set the memory. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting. The thing is, though, is that a lot of people are wanting. I mean, this trilogy they have that's been going on with the open world RPGs, they're great, but at the same time, like, a lot of people are wanting, they were like, oh, it should have been named something else. Why was it named Assassin's Creed? Because it doesn't really retain those things that Assassin's Creed has always had, which I can argue that that's not the case. I understand where they're coming from, but to me that's not the case, because you can decide whether or not you want to sneak, and you can decide whether or not you want to assassinate or go full-on attacking, but obviously that's not what an assassin does. And some of the things that you did in the previous titles is more assassin-like, and basically you would think that it would force more of the fact of you utilizing stealth than it would be just brawling, which I get and I understand, but at the same time, I don't know. I guess it's just because of the fact that even though I played some other ones in the series and beaten them, I was more inclined with this type of setup that they had going for it than those other ones. But I wouldn't doubt there has been bloat in this game. Not this game, but more so. Why are you moving so slow? But like in Origins, well, actually Odyssey had a lot of bloat. Origins probably a little bit less so, and this one I think it got rid of most of it, is what it feels like. They got things to do in the world, but it's nowhere near like 500 different locations for the same thing in the map, if you will. So yeah, no kidding. I saw this meme on Facebook that somebody had posted. They had her face superimposed on another body, and it said, "Oh, if she was drowning, what would you do?" And they showed some dude pissing in the water. I guess that is one over there. Sure looks like it. Yeah, it is. It's not just a regular white dot. I still want to try to get this whole Native American outfit here, because even though I know that it's not going to be anywhere near as powerful as what I've already got, which I can't use at the moment, I can still do the transmog thing if I feel like it to have the same stats as what I have originally and just have the look of this. And that's a freaking stone thing. Stacking stone crap, I'm not doing it. I can't stand that stuff, man. I can only stand it for so much, and then I just get aggravated because they want to go and talk about, oh, the physics in this is just so realistic when it comes to stacking the rocks. And I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. If there's any game company dealing with physics, Ubisoft would be the absolute last one on my list that I would ever want to give any type of like game where they do physics properly, because they don't. I mean, the last time I ended up doing one of those stone stacking puzzly things, I was stacking them and a rock was glitching out like crazy, and when I laid it down, it just kind of glitched around and just knocked my whole stack over. I think one time when I was doing it, it actually blew the whole stack apart. I was like, what the heck is this? I was like, yeah, yeah, it's realistic physics there, Ubisoft, with the stacking of the stones. Yeah, blow that smoke up somebody else's keister. Ubisoft, yep, they got A cups, all right. Maybe not any real cups at all.
A camp overrun with bears.
Oh, if it's overrun with bears, just kill the bears. Like this. 2 hits. Because I'm super overpowered in this area is why.
Here! I'm over here!
Or maybe it was because of the fact that I ended up attacking him from behind, so maybe that had something to do with it. Because, yeah, this is kind of crazy at the moment. I thought it was going to be easier than that. But I guess it was because I attacked him from behind. some thingies. Yeah, well, training of the war bears was met with some setbacks. Yeah, no kidding. Look what happened. I already took the guy out anyways, the main reason that I was here, but I don't know what else that's going to pertain to, though. Like throughout the rest of this particular area. Nobody talked about Star Wars games. They had like a dance, Princess Leia in the bikini, and she goes commando. I never heard of that. I knew they well, they did have a game. I think it was for the Xbox Connect, actually, where they had Star Wars dancing in it. It was ridiculous. It really was. It was some type of dancing thing.
You are safe now.
To move
Thank you.
on screen.
Thank you, kinsman. I was so helpless against them. I even tried to use a key I found as a weapon. The brute swallowed it. Now I will never know what that key unlocks. How did you come to be stuck here? My friends, the Toothbreakers, were with me. But we were separated when I went searching for what my key might open. I ended up snooping around that abandoned camp. And that's when they showed up. Bears. So many bears. Oh, I must catch my breath.
Oh, I saw this. I don't watch TikTok or nothing like that. That site kind of annoys the crap out of me. I guess because considering the fact that my lady has a tendency to go on it and watch a lot of stuff, and every time she's scrolling past videos, it's a bunch of random noise until she settles on something. But it just kind of irks my nerves a bit. So that's one reason why I don't really bother with it. So but I ended up seeing one today that that this guy on YouTube, his channel name is called Zeducation, and his name is Tyler Zed, I believe is his name, and he has a couple of these different videos that he puts out per week. One's called Try Not to Laugh, and the other one is called gosh, I forgot what it was called. I forgot what it was called, but he'll put like a few different videos out of like different topics and things like that. But one of them he put up was some TikTok video that this guy had put up, and it was this black guy, and he goes and says, well, how can I be racist? He says, I got a white refrigerator, and then a white guy comes up right after him, and he says, oh, I know what you mean, man. He says, I feel you. He says, I get called racist all the time, and I've got 3 colored TVs. Oh, man. I started cracking up. Oh, that's right. I don't have a friggin' mount. I keep thinking I have a dag-blasted mount, and I don't. Gosh, that sucks in this area. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Well, there was something else that was going on over there. Do. So if this is Vinland, as they refer to it as, which is actually America before it was called America, what section of America was this? I think it was like the north, way up in the northeast. I believe that's what it was. Like up around New England and New Hampshire and all up around there. Because I think that's where the Vikings first had landed, was around there. It was somewhere way up in the northeast. Well, I have a tendency to say I agree with that. I mean, you know, you're dealing with the law, and if you break the law, well, you broke the law. That's your problem. That's your fault. And you're going and acting that way, well, you know, it is what it is. Nobody twisted your arm and made you do it. I don't really feel like a Viking in this right now. I just feel like a frontiersman or something. Hello, Puma. It does that same animation every time. Look at that. He's already dead and it's already doing that. That's just funny. Oh, he's swimming. I was trying to attack him in the water. What the fart? I can't really do it in the water. Oh my. That worked out perfectly. Say that to a police officer. Well, there you go.
Best not to draw attention here.
I don't care. I'm gonna kill everybody. I don't care anymore. I mean, my freaking power level is way up high enough to take these guys out. Especially considering the fact that I don't have the level scaling on, which I'm not going to, because screw that. Turn it off. I want to feel my power that I've worked for.
Wait there! Use them! You won't drink a thing in your worthless life!
And maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's other type of rewards or something, possibly. I don't really know. If I were to turn the level scaling on, but I kind of doubt it. Oh, shoot. Oh, my gosh. That was a bad idea. That was really cool, but that was a bad idea at the same time. I didn't expect that to happen.
Try to trip the pool.
Everybody's dying. This dude's just sleeping the whole time while it's going on. Yeah, he's sleeping for good now. Come on. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to fix the chat. Phone was fixing to go out in terms of the screen, so. Oh, there was something back there. I guess not. I'm not even really utilizing any of my tactics to the fullest extent, because why? I mean, I kind of want to just barrel through these dudes. Sometimes you just get that feeling where you just want to barrel through enemies. Ah, there we go. That was perfect. Hey, there's a guy all the way at the bottom. I guess that's that tunnel that I came over here to find. But before I do that, I might as well search around and see if there's anything else. I'm gonna kill everybody. Wait a minute. Before I do that, though, I'm kind of like into that. I'm gonna go to the place, the main reason why I came over here to begin with. Is this just showing me an entrance into this area that's supposed to be secret and quiet? I think that's what it was doing. I forgot about that. Oh, wow. He probably thought that was normal, especially coming from Ozzy. I'm like, oh yeah, Ozzy's drunk texting me again. Sorry, my sinuses were kind of loopy. Whoa, what the heck was that? me see. Yeah, that's gonna take me up there. Oh, yeah, it's kind of like how my grandmother, for example, she's not dyslexic, but like she can't figure out how to text. And when me and the lady were down visiting her for vacation last week, she basically was trying to show my grandmother how to text. And what sucks is that she still has one of those flip phones. So, you know, when you text on one of those, you don't have access to every single key. You have to sometimes press a key multiple times to get the letter or number that you actually want. So she tried to do the best she could with trying to show her that. So I don't know if she'll remember it or not. I'm kind of thinking she won't. I mean, I don't know. She's 79 years old now, since her birthday was 2 weeks ago. So that was the reason we went over there too. Or one of the reasons we went over there was to celebrate her birthday. We went to Pirate's Voyage, watched the pirate show, had a good meal, took her out shopping, went somewhere else to eat. Then me and the lady ended up going to the beach a couple times. We did have wanted to go like one other time, but couldn't because it was actually kind of rainy some that day. And lo and behold, it was fine later on in the afternoon and evening, which wasn't really expected, but so biggie. We're planning to go back again for Christmas. I knocked her so hard. Oh, I thought I flung her leg off. Oh my gosh, man, that's horrible. Nothing worse than getting a dick pic from your own dad. I'm gonna kill all of you people, because why not? You look dead tired. Yeah, you're just dead. Kirsty, how's it going? How you doing? How's it flowing? I could have done the stompy stomp and it didn't do it. He was like on the ground, so why in the world wouldn't it allow me to do that? I gotta love the feeling you get when you're overpowered and just mow through other areas when you have level scaling turned off. Oh my. This is something that, it didn't even tell me that this is where it was. At least I don't think, unless it was in one of those letters.
The probabilities lead us here. The calculations give us hope.
This is not for me. I should return to Olaf. He deserves to know what happened here.
Stick it in the wall, dude. You got the indention right there. I guess they're gonna come back later. I don't know. I know what it is. It's always been in the friggin' Assassin's Creed series. Started to make sense in the first few entries, and then just went right off the cliff the next. I don't even know why they even have it in this now if they're not really gonna have some interlocking layers. I mean, they did with some Odyssey DLC compared to Origins, because in Odyssey you basically ended up having the child who ended up becoming the main character in Origins. Yeah, I'm doing alright. All things considered, my work schedule is a little screwy right now since I'm switching over departments. And I've talked to them about it, discussed it with them. You know, long story short, they're telling me just to stick with the way that it is right now, and until it gets squared away and fixed out of the way. So I'm like, okay, no problem. So I was off yesterday, and I'm off today when I usually have been used to being off on weekends. But sometimes I'll be working some on weekends and be off during the week, and kind of like that. But it's really strange when they have you scheduled to basically be working in 2 different departments. One department one week and the other department the next. I'm like, all right, whatever. When one department starts to get pissed off about the fact that I'm not there, well, take it up with the superiors. They're the ones that made the friggin' schedule. It ain't my fault. I'll be like, no, I'm here. I'm working. I'm just not in your department today. That wasn't my choice. How many guys are around here? No! No, I'm not still at a hospital, thank God. I am not. I actually got canned from the other hospital that I worked at when I moved last February. And long story short, and I don't want to be one of those people that's like, oh, I'm just going to blame my boss for everything. But, I mean, this guy, he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't. Anytime you ever had any problems to address, he would just ignore them. And I was so pent up with anger the day that he fired me, and there was so much that I wanted to say. But if I did, I would have felt like security would have got called over there and escorted me off the premises. So once I got my stuff after I came in that day, once I got my stuff, and this is what's funny too. It was something that I didn't actually clean within the ER area, and I was like, "Well, dude, you didn't tell me to clean that." He's like, "Oh, well, it was right there." I was like, "Well, I didn't know anything about it being there, so you didn't tell me to clean it." And he got down there to try to see if he could clean it, and when he did, he banged his head on the table that he was under, and I started laughing. He didn't see me laugh though, but I laughed at him. I'm like, "Yeah, you dumb fucking idiot." Yeah, healthcare jobs do have it hard right now, which is another reason why I'm glad I'm not at a hospital anymore, honestly. I kind of feel like it was a blessing from God that I ended up getting out of that job, because when it happened, it's like it was when that whole COVID thing started to roll in, and while I believe that it's completely blown out of proportion nowadays, even though, it's a real thing, but it's just blown up out of proportion, I still don't want to be in an area that's going to end up having something like that, because, I mean, whenever I was around working at the hospital when the flu was going around, I would just be like, well, you know what? If I get the flu shot, I do. If I don't, I don't. That's the way that it always went with me. And there was probably once or twice I think I got the flu, but it was very mild cases. And that was like when I got the shot and when I didn't get the shot, because there was like a couple different times that had happened. So, but this now is so completely blown out of proportion, I can only imagine the amount of rigmarole BS that you would have to go through just to be able to work there. And I don't have the patience for it. I really don't. So, and I feel like I'm better off where I'm at now. I feel like I do better. I feel like I get treated better. I make a little bit more money. So, it worked out. Yeah, exactly. Instant karma. Hey, agent. Yeah, I'm talking on nasty again. There I go doing that again. You're never going to get over that, dude. You're always going to make that joke. I remember you said you cracked up like crazy when you heard it that day when I told you about it when my grandmother had said it. But that's just like one of his taglines now that he'll say anytime I say something out of the way whenever he's in chat. I don't know what was up with that other section over there. We're in America. I don't know what part of America, but we're around here with the Native Americans. I'm going to go down there to that other section there once I fast travel over here to see what it is before I end up progressing the main story. I want to get the other parts of the Native American outfit so that I can have it for the transmog for other items, just so I can have all of them. I'm really glad I changed his hairstyle too and gave him some tats. He looks a lot more badass now than what he did before previously, as far as I'm concerned. My impression of her was gold. Yeah, because it sounded just like her. The way, don't go talking nasty now. Stop talking nasty. It's funny because when I said it, I just said it, and then I just went back to talking normally again. So it's just like I just flipped it around in terms of like two different voices. Let me see. Let me catch up here with the chat a little bit while I lay in the leaves with my broken back. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Apparently, from what I heard in a recent news article, and I don't even know if it's true because I barely believe anything that comes out of the news nowadays, they were saying that the Pfizer version had got approved by the FDA, but the other two haven't. I don't know how true that is, but I'm not messing with that. I'm not against vaccines, but the fact of the matter is something like that needs to be in development for a long while and be completely approved before I would even bother with it. Yeah, some places are actually doing that, sadly. Let me see here. There we go. Wait a minute. Let's check back here a bit. Okay, there we go. FDA would approve anything for the right price. Yeah, no kidding. A friend of mine, she works in the healthcare business. I became friends with her while I was working there, and obviously, like, from what I've heard, you know, I don't know, I guess she got the vaccine. My grandmother, speaking of my grandmother, I mean, she ended up getting her first vaccine. She's going to get the second one. She was perfectly fine when she got the first one. I guess the second time around will be fine for her, too. I can't remember which one she said she got. I know it wasn't Johnson & Johnson, so, you know, thank God she's not going to have, like, a third leg growing out of her forehead or anything like that. But, Moderna is working on the AIDS vaccine now. Wow. Aren't they like 30 years too late there? 40 years too late, maybe? I don't know.
No need to hide now, Olaf. Gorm is dead.
Gorm? Dead? By your hand?
He paid a bloody price for broken honor. I will not say more. Return to your sister.
Oh, I will.
Third arm might come in handy, yeah.
First join the villagers at their fire. They tell stories and I like to listen.
I guess it depends on where it's located.
Story time. Telling sagas of their own?
Yes, yes. They tell stories. Yes, come, listen.
They're going to be talking in Native American speak. Unless you're going to be translating, I'm not going to know what the piss they're saying, dude. Yeah. This stuff. Sorority. Hard on. Queer, what? Junk queer. Homie. What? What? At least a fist, yeah, probably on the black market. They're the contents of the top dresser drawer. Yeah, there you go.
Zokki, Osumagu, ya untke doda, ahjarek, dogatka negere.
Nager what?
Tudayawasi, rarondo de, ya sagorege. Osumagu, ya eanda ne yotzi zizu. Zi wa agoya da haje, wa eanahadu, zi nahoda wa ekweni.
This doesn't help me.
Ya ehoe, zia ea da ne, zi de jutsu wagardas.
I don't know what the hell's going on. We need some translation. Put the subtitles at the bottom of what we're saying in the English language. At least you can admit you're a top. Good Lord.
I do not understand.
Yeah, exactly.
You want me to tell a story? All right. Let me think.
Exactly. You could just cuss them out the whole time and they wouldn't know what you were saying anymore. Or would they? You know how some other people who speak other languages, they'll act like they don't speak the language that you speak because they aren't speaking in it, but they can actually understand it. So yeah, I've seen that happen before. And it's so strange. It's really strange to me how some people, how they can understand something you're saying, but they can't say what you're saying to respond. Or maybe they're just BSing you.
Betrayal of selfish malice.
Exactly.
And of gods who act as spoiled children.
I can't read the
Of all our
subtitles
many
anyway,
gods,
so.
it is Odin who is the most revered. He is the All-Father, the High One, the Wise King. But for all his glories, he can also be the most elusive of his kind. Selfish, solitary, stubborn, even cruel. In days long gone, it came to pass that Odin's son, Balder, died suddenly, felled by his only weakness.
You're in a music video.
Mistletoe.
Well, send it on over.
Believing his son's death an accident, Odin sent a message to the Jotun Hel.
Yeah, he's the high one,
to
all right.
return his beautiful boy to life.
Smoking the wacky
Hel
weed.
agreed, but on one condition. Only if every living creature in the 9 worlds shed a loving tear for Balder.
Oh, what was the concept?
At once, Odin sent word to every corner of the world, asking all to weep for his beloved boy. And all did, but one. A Jotun named Thok refused to cry for Balder. Let Hel keep what she has received.
Terrible website.
Thok said, with malice, and that was that. Balder was gone forever, sent on a funeral ship across the sea, buried in Midgard, amid trees and rocks. What Odin did not know is that Thok was none other than the trickster Loki in
Whiskey
disguise.
Myers
A
sounds
god
familiar,
he
but I
knew
haven't
as a
heard the
friend.
music.
Worse still, it was Loki who led Balder to his death by a sprig of mistletoe. All these tricks and feints Loki had conceived. Some say it was in Loki's nature to be so cruel. Others argue it was revenge for deeds done by Odin to Loki and his children. There is a third view. All these acts,
Eivor, you're
kind and
getting old.
cruel, were sown long ago in the pattern of their lives. That we
Before
are not the
WrestleMania
authors
came?
of
Oh,
our
Whiskey
own
Myers, I'm
destiny,
sorry. I read that as
but only its
WrestleMania.
readers. And that we... Oh. That we should fight against this view, for it is deeply unwelcome.
Angwagara duha se ne at nowara raugara. Nene o niot ti watadet no yage.
This doesn't help.
Gorum brought this stone across the Whale Road for a strange purpose.
The railroad. Oh,
I do not know
railroad.
why, but it seems to belong to this land.
It's the piece of Eden.
Scats. Gwa. Rasnu sage. What need the herde.
Guacamole?
Take it.
Weirdo
and
what?
guard it. It may be that one day you will know its purpose. Thank you. Each of you. For all you have done.
Aya wanski. Yeti sot hogungaha. Ayeza ha herda.
Oh, Loki, the TV show? I haven't watched it. I've heard about it, though. You read it at Walmart. Whiskey Myers sounds like an Eagles type group. You read it as Walmart. Oh! I was like, what did you read at Walmart? The fact that people don't know how to wear real clothes out in public. I went to Walmart today just to go pick up a few things and had to get some dog food. And I wasn't really paying attention, but I don't think anybody around there... I don't think anybody was wearing any pajamas. Oh, wait, I'll probably go out there and put my jammer pants on. I ain't gonna wear no bra. I have my titties hang out and my nipples go through my little old thin spaghetti strap shirt, and I'm wearing some bedroom shoes. And I'm gonna go grocery shopping. I have my kid walking around in a diaper drinking Coca-Cola from a baby bottle. Then he's going to get lost down one of the aisles, but I ain't going to pay no attention to him because somebody else can handle him. I need to get my groceries. Where's my menthols at? That reminds me, I need to pick up some Jim Beam as well. I hope old Junior doesn't accidentally get into the liquor cabinet again and starts putting that Jim Beam in his baby bottle. He's one smart son bitch. Oh, wait, I'm the bitch. Wearing a towel as a shirt. And that's what we call this country rock kind of vibe. Brits call those women slappers. Oh yeah, the wife beaters, the white tank tops. Basically the Eagles. Okay.
Have you been drinking pig piss? It is
No.
clear that your Arna cannot fly or fight.
Stop being an ass.
Why, Odin, you lot have gone mad since I've been away.
Over the waves we say. Good stranger, thank you for your help.
Yeah, there's other three
I
that I
heard
helped
what
out.
happened. We are just about to set off on our grand hunt for the fearsome beast. If the thirst of the hunt itches your throat, will you join us?
Well, the Eagles, when did they start singing? In the 70s, I think? So, yeah, they were before my time, but they were still going. Even afterwards, I believe. Pin Piss, Gene Bean, same stuff. The kind of women who go to Walmart in pajamas are about 30 pounds overweight, give or take it. Man, I remember when Savoy, our buddy Savoy, was talking about some things that he had been seeing recently when he went to Food Line and when he went to Walmart. Oh boy. Oh, slappers. Oh, you mean the fat rolls that roll across their out of their shirts.
These bested us last time. We should be on our guard.
Dang, man.
Please, can we get
Did you
along?
lose your lunch?
Your
Did
horseplay will
you
be our
see
death.
did you see the Grand Canyon down there?
So, what brings you here, kinsman? Was it the pull of the wilderness? The thrill of the hunt?
You could say that.
There is some Eagles songs that I really do like, though, that are like really classic for me that I really, really like. And yeah, Take It Easy is one of them. I remember when the country star Travis Tritt did a cover of it. That was actually a good cover, too.
However, be warned. This beast is quick to bite and fearless.
Running down the road, trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind, and I'm going to get copyright strike.
Thanks for wrecking the
So when he says he's riding down the road trying to loosen his load, does that mean that he has a lot on his mind, or he's jacking off while he's driving since he's got 7 women on his mind? I always wonder that.
no work. What a hero.
I don't think there's anything else really for me to really want to look into unless I'll just look into it later. There goes Kansas, more like a fault line. Dang, man. Oh man, I still wanted to try to go get that armor and stuff from around here. Where is those? Where is the? I don't even remember where he was. He's on a motorcycle and the vibration is nice. There you go. Why is everybody grunting and screaming? Yeah, I need to get over here because I want to fast travel. I want to see if there's other things that I can get. Otherwise, I'm not going to stay here and farm this crap just to get these things. I'm not doing it. I don't feel like it. The Taco Turbulence. There you go. That's what would happen. Ooh. I thought the suggested power was 90 here, but I'm like 414 in terms of power level, so... But I guess I was wrong. Karanahikaniate. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. I don't know how to do the speaking of the Native American language. Whatever it's called. Sitting on the washer during the spin cycle. Oh my god, that reminds me of Rodney Carrington. So women just be playing with themselves while they're doing the laundry. Man, I come walking in. Hey, what are you doing? I'm just found a cause.
It's gone up. Otena going does a duhunzoni?
Macaroni? What? 155, 150.
Joyanere Dino Honda was their dog. Now hot a joyanere.
Piss balls. I almost got all of it. But I need some more ingots.
I walks with Tigo.
I need 6 ingots. I'll probably get some more of that other stuff too.
I will see you later, friend.
Happens after you eat Taco Bell. Yeah, that's true too. Too short to get up on the washer. Well, I have to use a step ladder. I'll be honest, man, I got to use a step ladder myself to reach down properly inside of our washer since the drum is wide and deeper. I ain't got no shame in my game. I mean, I can get inside of it, but I kind of move over into it at the same time. So, yeah, I mean, I'm short myself, so. Oh, this is a pretty unique outfit. Oh, that's the weapon thing, okay. Is there really nothing else in the world for me to... Because you're just doing trading with that, you're not utilizing money. But there's other things that's around here. But I think that they're just other areas to go into. And navigation bar in Skyrim's so complicated to me. I don't know, but I found out that there was a place in this game that was close to being called Skyrim that was called Skyrim. I think that's how they said it, or how it looked, how it was spelled. That was in a part of the Afterlife area that I was in well, not Afterlife, it was, you know, the 9 realms dealing with Viking myth. There was a certain place that I went to that was called that. That was kind of spelled that way. I'm like, oh, well, maybe that's where they ended up getting the Skyrim name from. Awesome. Depends on her sense of humor, I guess. I mean, I've got some weight on me that I'm gradually losing, although the week of vacation didn't really help too much, but getting back on track with things again. I mean, I still find them funny.
Jorvik, you shirked your work for quite some time.
Yora is no more. My name is Eivor, a Dringer of the Raven clan, and my purpose is fulfilled.
Purpose? What purpose?
Gorm is dead! The troll is dead!
Olav!
Sister, let us celebrate. Gorm Kjötveson is no more. Slain by Eivor Ravenfriend, Eivor Forest Strider, Eivor Ólafursaver.
What is this?
I had a long-standing blood feud with Gorm and his clan. It is now laid to rest.
Oh, the Scots will sing of this day. How Eivor traveled far and wide, hunting Gorm along the world's
Yeah, a cheat day would be better to deal with than a cheat
Gorm is
week.
dead. Now I suggest you leave this place. There's no purpose for us here.
I do not disagree. Gordon was a madman and a troll indeed. But he paid us in silver, and that was enough. Brother, are you well? I feared the worst for you.
I am well, yes, oh, so well. And I may stay, to linger one season or two, with the friends I have made.
As you wish, brother. And you, Eivor, where will you go? Across the sea with us, or back into the woods?
I will sail with you. Let's go.
I'll probably just be back later anyways,
Take care of yourself, Olaf.
if I feel like
In
it.
this life and the next.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I don't really care about getting that other armor piece or those 2 weapons.
Far whence the whale road before me. Dark are the deeds that brought me here. Fate may bind my bones to this land, but for now I walk the sea.
Always getting poetic, is Eivor. Start thinking of video game characters go looking. Oh, there's been many times people have thought that. I guess depending on how realistic they look. Yeah, I want to see Dune. I'm not a chicken to see it in theaters in terms of dealing with the whole commie cough deal, but I just don't really like theaters in general because there's people who don't know how to shut the fuck up for an hour and a half to 2 hours. If you're going to talk or talk on your phone or whatever, get the hell out and go and do it. Get it out of your system before you go in there. It's like, did you really come into a theater and go and pay however much you ended up paying just to come into an area and talk, which is something you could do at any other time except in a theater? I paid my money to see the movie. I didn't pay the money to hear you run your friggin' mouth. You know, or the fact, even dealing with kids too, man. Like when you have kids, whether screaming and yelling or crying or pissing or shitting all over the place. You know, I mean, kids are going to be kids, and I guess depending on their age is really going to determine how they're going to act. But you as a parent need to be able to handle that situation, and having them in the theater bothering everybody else is a situation that you need to handle, and you're not handling it. Take them out. Do whatever it is you got to do with them. You know, I didn't pay money to hear your kids scream at the top of their lungs because you suck at parenting. I can't stand people in general, really. I don't really like crowds, honestly. Tanya really doesn't have a problem with them, but I don't know, it's just the way that I am. It was kind of the way that I was a bit when we were on vacation too. You know, I don't know, it's just the way that I am. I don't really like people. I'm not saying it in a negative way, it's just you don't know how people's motives are. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, I understand. Yeah, you do actually have your own theater at home, so that's true, especially knowing how much bigger your TV has gotten. I walked in and I saw it, and I thought it was kind of the same size as your other one, but then when I got a better look at it, I'm like, damn, that thing is bigger than the previous one. Although Tanya really loves to go to the theater, and she ain't been to the theater in a while. We were actually planning to go see Free Guy. You know, the GTA Online inspired movie with Ryan Reynolds in it. We were gonna go see that, but we just didn't because we were just doing other things and lost track of time. The day we were gonna do it was the time we were on the beach and the time we were. I can't remember what day it was, but I think that's when we were messing around at the beach, and when we wanted to go see the movie, we couldn't because the time it was going to start was going to be like 3 hours later, because the time we noticed when it was playing, it was already like 30 minutes past the time of it starting. But I think they end up usually putting in the time of when the previews come into effect, and usually you can have like freaking 15 minutes of previews. So we already ended up missing out on 15 minutes. I don't like going into movies late, because then I might miss something. I hadn't heard about that, no. Why is he suing him? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I'm around people that I know, and I mean, obviously, yeah, you got to get to know people to really know them, but I just out and about in public, I don't know. If I'm around people I know, it obviously doesn't bother me.
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi.
Yep, that's definitely...
Tell her the good news.
That's definitely been a while. Last time I was in a theater, I can't remember. I really can't remember what it was we even saw. I mean, obviously they did it to him when he was a baby, so they didn't know any difference. And here it is now, all of a sudden, he's going and claiming that. You know, if this whole friggin' thing that's been going on nowadays in society hadn't been going on, you know he would never even ended up bothering to try to put any lawsuit over on him. People will go and pick out anything to make a lawsuit over anything. Doesn't matter what it is. It really doesn't matter. If it's something that's blowing up in the media, somebody else will take it and run with it.
Good to see you, darling. You've been away for so long.
Were you worried?
Of course I was. Such a long voyage. Did you do what had to be done?
I did. And I'm eager to focus on problems closer to home.
Good.
It is done. Gorm is dead. The Kjotveson clan is wiped from this world.
Good. I would like to hear everything about your journey to Vinland when you have time.
One day.
Booty boo. Oh, well, I definitely don't want to see that. Wait a minute here. I already read these from before. I gotta get that other part now. Show me the Alliance
I want to see the Alliance map.
For the Horde! Yeah, see, I had gotten all these other areas, but this, I have no idea why I didn't think of this one at all. I don't know. I wonder if it's something that had just popped up there after I had gotten through that other section that I thought was the end of the entire main story, but Horde of Filker and Vinland are out of the way, so this is like the last one of this particular one.
The last Saxon stronghold.
Oh yeah, I already read all through this. I'm just going to go through all this and just go ahead and do it, because this is what I was going to do anyways. The next place I was going to go to.
I will go to
Hey, Death, how you doing, man? How's it going?
Sent word to our allies to guard.
Yeah, I know all about this. I ended up picking up something different the last time when I was going through all this. I was in your first stream, bro, but I forgot to say that I would be right back, and by the time that I came back, you were already done with the first stream yesterday because I had to help the lady with something. We had to put up some plastic up across a couple windows. It had to go on an eradication of insects. Oh, there's another thingy down there I hadn't seen from before. Maybe there is a couple of little main blue dots here of side stuff that I hadn't noticed before. Oh well. I'll go on down there and check this one out. Oh, I'm so glad it puts all the stuff back on me again. Thank goodness. Just put it right back on me. I don't have to worry about putting it back on. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Junie. Junebug. Why the heck did I say Junie? I don't know why that came out like it did. Ivermectin? What's ivermectin? I don't know. I don't know, you might. They'll put you in Facebook jail for any friggin' thing. Doesn't matter what it is. That's why I want to get that t-shirt that says, I think it says, constant violator of community standards shirt. And I would wear that shirt with pride because I always aim to violate Facebook standards every single time. I'm going to make their bots' life a living hell. They're retarded bots. Oh, really? Yeah, I know you. I remember you telling me about it, but I didn't know that you called her that, so that's something. Matter of fact, I had my first girlfriend's name was June. Come to find out, she's a crazy fucking bitch. God, I try to really watch my language a lot nowadays, but truth is truth and fact is fact. That's exactly the way that she is.
Eivor, you come at Guthrum's call. It is good to see you.
And you, Soma. There's an uneasy peace here. Both armies with their hackles up. Was blood spilled?
No, we took Wareham without resistance. These Saxons accompany their lord and stand beside Guthrum.
So this fort is not the sum of his ambitions. Guthrum's plan is to bring the Saxons to the table.
If he can win the peace without a fight, he will do so.
And how likely is that?
Just now they sit on their thumbs in the church, talking in circles. Come, I will take you to him.
You gave your dog a middle name? That's amazing. Wow. Well, that's something.
Who's Guthrum meeting here? Is it Alfred?
That's right.
Who had a C
the
name?
King of the West Saxons
No.
has agreed to negotiate.
No.
Seems we have him on the back foot.
Guthrum should be careful. Alfred speaks
No.
with Loki's tongue.
That one was my ex, my
Guthrum
previous
is not
ex.
a babe at teat, Eivor.
Nor is Alfred. If he has come, it is for his own advantage.
Then
My
give us
most
counsel.
recent previous
Stand
one.
by Guthrum, show
I
our
should-
strength.
yeah, there we go.
The King of Hayseeds will soon be humbled, trust me.
Yeah, that right
took
there.
this town as if it were a straw hole.
Now she wasn't a crazy bitch. She was just fucking stupid. That's all there is to it. She didn't know what the hell she wanted. She led me on, for like, I don't know, basically 7 months maybe, when she said we should have broke up after 2 months or something. And basically she just led me on like the next 7 months or whatever, and didn't bother to say or do anything about it, didn't bother to mention it to me, didn't do nothing. So I wasted my time and wasted my money, and she did the same thing because her ass didn't stand up and say anything. So yeah, dog had 4 names. Good grief. Her name was Carrie. Your dog has 50 names depending on her attitude. Oh, man.
Do not challenge me, Elf King.
Your show of swagger and strength has my attention, Guthrum, but we agreed on terms. What more do you want?
The crown of Wessex.
Wessex has a king, and that king has the backing of the Almighty. Yours is a fever.
Oh, this
dream,
guy
Dane.
again.
Guthrum does not negotiate with oathbreakers. Men whose words are only shadows of their thoughts.
Ah, Eivor. Our blunted tool returns, Lord.
I have given you all I care to. A Danegeld to leave Wareham. You swore an oath upon the cross, and that pagan hammer.
And when you scurry back to whatever shit-soaked hovel you crawled from, we will release your men.
Yeah.
Speak again, handmaid, and I will feed your tongue to Eivor's raven.
A fair trade. We already have your cock.
Are we done with this
Dang.
pissing contest? If Guthrum has given you his word, then he will honor it. We will leave this town.
And of course, apparently, I'm also pretty sure, considering we had worked in the same place at that point in time, she probably pretty much ended up saying what she needed to say to some of the people she worked with, and they were probably thinking that I was the one that was the blame, and I was the one that was the bad guy, you know, because, oh, let's blame the guy for everything. Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit.
You have one day. Do not test the king's patience further, or our men will return to Wareham with force.
And if you doubt my conviction, know that the Avon River of Harpoon runs red with the blood of your countrymen. Their commander, what did his men cry as he fell? Ula? Uba? Yes.
Dotson.
That
Named
was it.
Toby.
Remember, you have taken my silver.
Toby
In
Larone?
return, I expect your honor.
Toblerone, like the
I will
chocolate?
await news of your retreat in Chippenham.
There's a
Dead? It cannot be.
There's a guy that I work with, or well, he works in the same place that I do, but we're not in the same department anymore, apparently, at least from what I know. But he actually has a Dotson named Toby as well. He used to bring him to work a couple times whenever he was off work to get something, and he would bring him in. A little old, quiet little guy. He was kind of fat too, but I think he was an older Dotson, but he was precious.
Gods, I will tear that Saxon skin from his bones if this is true.
Alfred hisses with a snake tongue, but he gains nothing from this lie.
When news of this spreads through the camp, no Saxon will survive the day.
Yep, and
You
to the
swore
company
on the
ink.
cross.
Oh, trust me, when I first realized that this ended up happening, I swore to myself that I would never, ever date in the workplace ever again. And, you know, obviously I don't have to worry about that now, but beforehand, after the relationship went over, I said, I'll never do it again.
I have no intention of cowing to that milk sack. Now more than ever, I will take his throne and his head.
In Winchester, Alfred used me as a tool and cast me aside. So let the betrayer be betrayed. We'll burn this village to the ground. After that, we take care of Alfred.
Actually, this is probably the final part of this that popped up after I did everything else.
To the ground! Make it a Saxon pyre!
That's probably what it was, and I didn't realize it. Well, no, actually, that's not the case. There's a mixture. There's a mixture of them, that's for sure. But still. Pillaging progress. The house's silos are burnable. Well, let me get up.
Flame! Burn it all!
I don't. There we go. Shaka Zulu, where are the other thingies? Oh my god. How did I lose that much health? What happened?
Leave nothing standing!
I have a power level of 440, 414 or whatever. Why in the world? I don't get it. Positivity activist? I don't know. I guess I'm for positivity, but I didn't know they were activists.
You have no honor, Dane. You will not steal our land. Let vengeance steer your swords! Oh, God.
Oh, where's the other burnable thingies?
Leave nothing standing! Fire and flame! Burn it all!
Oh, I guess it could be any house.
That's enough! In nomine Patris! Destroy everything!
Yeah, I called my doggy.
To dust!
Go gadget cheat codes. Yeah, doggone Skippy. Fat positively activists. Others would be fat, not a conform to. Oh yeah, yeah. Ah yeah, yeah. Yeah. Inside joke from what happened over on vacation.
Let vengeance steer your swords!
Oh my gosh! I was gonna burn stuff. Y'all go and fight. If I run anybody, I'll take them out. But well, that was retarded.
Leave nothing standing!
There we go.
Fire and flame! Burn it all! Watch my lead. Let vengeance steer your swords!
I say the same thing over and over.
Leave nothing standing!
And they just like keep respawning or something. I don't know. Oh,
Their
never mind.
prayers go unanswered this day. We should find Soma.
They'll not pursue us when they have fires to
Soma, there's another game I need to go back to playing. I got it dirt cheap on PSN sometime back and started playing some of it. Yeah, it's alright.
Time to...
Do not lose your nerve. Not a sign.
This place is routed, Soma.
Good work. We leave now. There are forest ruins just east of here, along the road. Come on, men, move!
Stay awake.
The mutual Justin we know. Oh, that he passed away? Escort the Danes. There's a hurricane heading up through the Gulf. Oh boy. This is going to be a major one. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, thank God. Definitely glad to hear that.
I'll finish! You suffer for that!
Because, I mean, that would be affecting us, too.
Busy! Saxons ahead!
You.
I actually...
Where's your king now, Saxons? Towering like a mouse!
Yeah. It's so crazy to hear that it happened, too. I actually went to school with him there, because he and I went to the same school in our later years in high school. Yeah. Oh, it's not? Well, still, wherever it goes, I want it to be as weak as it possibly can be.
I'll stay. Every soul we...
Wait a minute, I got skill thingies. Come on. Where did I last see it? Where was it? It was on the yellow side. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, what the heck, I'll get it. Whatever. Let's just try to bang out the whole thing.
Let us keep moving.
Ugh. Oh, still escorting.
More Saxons! Draw your weapons!
Oh!
Feel my breath on your neck!
Feel me chop off your stuff.
Every Saxon is eager to meet their maker.
The ruins are close. Keep moving.
Bring on through to the other side. Oh, well, I could have stopped, but I didn't. Oh, the screen went off.
We can rest here a moment. Now, tell
Hang
me
on
what
a
you
second,
know of
guys.
that breaker of rings. Weak and wretched troll.
Alfred is a wily fox. He appears frail, but draws upon an inner strength. He will not be easy to oust.
Fury will fuel my army and my claim.
It will not be enough. You must find a weakness.
Yes, that is why I called you here. Do you balk at the opportunity to bury the Saxon king?
I must first hear a plan to balk at.
Alfred spoke of Chippenham, a squat hovel of sheep and peasants.
So why does he go there, and not to Winchester? Your scouts must know, they're the best in England.
A holiday feast, their Saxon Christ Mass. Alfred will warm his heels by the fire, while Uba lies cold in an English field.
I've called upon my allies to join us in this fight, but I must know where to send them. Is Chippenham our final prize?
It is. But I will need my men for the coming fight as well. The hostages Alfred took. If there is a chance to save them.
We will not lose more friends today. Where are they held?
A place further ahead through this forest.
Oh,
They
man.
call it Hampton Blockade.
Yeah, he used to post
Soma,
on there.
ride north to the Thames and lead my allies south. They should be gathered by now.
I will.
Gather on the river passing Chippenham.
Yeah, he did.
The rest of you set up
Well,
camp
he
there.
was kind of off and on.
I called you Raven Feeder once. At Portchester, you were as hot-headed as Thor. You have become a true
How did he pass
leader,
away
Eivor.
exactly?
There's much to come, Guthrum, before we can rest with mead in our hands and songs in our ears.
It's sad when that
Alfred's
happens
skull
to
with my bare hands if
younger
Uba is
people,
dead.
you know?
We cannot dwell on this, even if it's true. If you want the throne, only strategy will deliver it.
Or bloody wrath will steal it. I will follow this Alfred, hound his heels. Revenge burns within me.
A wise man once told me, we do not dash ourselves against hopeless courses. We arrive unexpected, strike swift.
You turn my words against me.
You got the
now,
wife in a
Wolf-Kissed.
divorce.
I
yeah.
took them too hard in my darkest times, my friend.
And Sigurd? He is back with you?
My brother's story is a long one, and for another time. Ridding the land of a strong ruler will make Wessex harder to tame.
You almost sound like you respect him, Eivor.
I've come to understand the trials of leadership.
He died a few months ago, and I don't know exactly what had happened.
I've come to understand the trials of leadership.
He's just a-
It is
he was
hard
just
not
a-
to when you cradle something as fragile as life.
Maybe a
within
year or
your
two younger
hands.
than I was, I think. Well, he was in high school. He was as skinny as he could be, and then he gained weight. Oh, she says she got the wife in the divorce. I guess she meant it in terms of like who was siding with who, kind of thing, if you will, because they were both friends with her, and you know, obviously, both of them had their falling out. So. Natural causes? Wow. As young as he was?
Show me.
It's so pretty. Obviously, this would be something
This is
to
the
break.
blockade.
Yeah.
The hostages must be in these buildings. What is your plan?
We can tread quietly so as
Yeah,
not to
I
alert
don't
the
blame you.
guards.
I don't
can
blame
break
you.
this place in moments with my crew.
I will follow your lead.
Down into the drink you go. Yeah, I know. Some of the people I've had in my social circle, I'm actually glad that they're gone. Yeah. Yeah, you never know who someone really
I must be
is
careful
until the shit starts to hit the fan in society in general to know where they really stand and how things go. And yeah. I tried to jump to land on the chain. You seriously mean to tell me he didn't? He just glitched to the side. He lands on all this other crap, and I guess he can't land on it. I guess there's spikes in his feetsies. The thing about Justin though is that
He kept his word? He swore he would not kill them.
I cannot say for certain. Just hope we find them soon.
I didn't really talk to him much in high school or nothing, but I think when we finally got on social media was when we really started to talk.
Enough skulking.
More so than we did at work. I mean, at school.
Wash my
So.
blade in their blood.
I just blow the whole place out of proportion. That's all we gotta do. The temptation is getting even stronger in me to get that Iki Island DLC expansion, especially given the fact that it's only $20 for Ghosts of Sushi Man. He ran right past him. That's funny. I'll jot that down.
Are you Guthrum's men?
Aye. Free us and we will fight by your side.
Aye.
My thanks. Norns weave you well.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Every Saxon who spat at me will die.
You know what, dude?
You'll
I
have your
can't.
chance, but don't be foolhardy. Let your steps take you far from here to a camp near Tippenham.
I can't stand energy drinks. The only type of quote-unquote energy drinks that I can stand is the coffee-related ones. Because anytime I've ever tried any energy drinks, they have a really bad aftertaste. I tried this Resident Evil-themed one while we were on vacation. I took one sip of it, and I'm like, oh, that tastes disgusting. And my lady, she likes energy drinks. The only thing she really sticks with is sugar-free Red Bulls. But at the same time, honest to goodness, man, she couldn't even stand it. I was like, oh, this tastes disgusting. I was like, well, it's probably better off for me not to drink it anyway, so I'm like, I ain't going to mess with it.
These are my men.
I told you, leave it here to rot. You have my thanks, friend.
Go to the camp near Tippenham. Find your countrymen there.
Good. We'll pay back the Saxons for
Well,
the
I mean, everybody's
insults
got their own taste, you know. Some are more prone to liking certain tastes than others. So, there is that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, I really, if there's any type of real energy drink related stuff that I like those Starbucks double shot espressos, like the vanilla one. The white chocolate one is good too. And I mean, mocha's mocha, you know, but
Guthrum, some of your men.
those are some good ones. I want to try to have stuff that has as much natural stuff in it as possible. And I guess, yeah, you could say that there's natural stuff in some of those drinks, but sometimes it seems like there's not. And I don't know, I kind of feel like coffee would end up having more natural stuff in it than that stuff would. Dang it, I missed it. I was trying to have him fall. That would have been great. Roll down the stairs. Never mind. I'm gonna set a trap. Exploding corpse. If anybody messes with it, they go boom. Everybody is gonna die today. Ha! I shot him before he even got up the stairs. Oops. I can take it! No, you can't. I gotta get down there somehow. I don't know what the heck happened there, but okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I know of who it is that he speaks of. Where's the key? Oh, it's somewhere over there. His wife would probably say both. Or I think she'd probably lean more towards the bad influence side of things. Exploding mobs, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Listening to Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo? What? Listening to Douchey. I've never heard of Deuce. What is Deuce? Well, nevertheless, if you found it by accident, then welcome anyways. Did I? Okay, I'd already gotten the key. So, why is there strawberry jam all over the walls?
As long as I can cut some Saxons down, I don't care where we face them.
She's a classic manipulator. Well, there you go. Knowing the stories you told me about her, it wouldn't surprise me.
Let us speak more when we are safely away.
Nothing. What's over there that's more interesting than what we've got to do?
Follow Guthrum. Okay. Well, everybody else is out. Lovely. I'm not really sure, Exploding Mobs, why they ended up putting this under your related section. I mean, YouTube is retarded anyways with how they handle things, so it doesn't surprise me that would happen, but that is kind of strange at the same time.
We're safe here. Let us speak, Guthrum. You should join your people at the camp. Even a surprise takes preparation.
Your bravery, your leadership, Eivor. You wear it well.
Oh, okay.
You have grown much since
That's
last
new to me.
spoke.
Never heard of that
You
genre.
judged me fairly, Guthrum. Harsh though your words were. But I do not make the same mistake twice.
How is your brother, Sigurd?
He lives, a changed man. But he is free of full case torment. That at least was a deed well done.
Will this all be worth it in the end? Everything we have done? Everything we have sacrificed to win this land? Sometimes I dream of soothed black furrowed earth. And blood seeping from seedlings, poisoning our future.
We must believe our way of life will survive. Our fates are woven.
Yeah, as long as you get away from the
destiny.
kiddies for a while.
And so to our final battle. We will wait for you at the camp.
Another level up. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, crap. Yeah, I hate when I do that by accident. I really try to wait for everything to come up on the screen first before I end up doing that, but I accidentally did that. Whatever. I'll just do that. I think I pretty much got everything on this whole skill tree that I want to have, per se, besides just filling out the rest of it. So, and in order to increase my power level even higher. Ew! I can level some thingies up.
You must speak. Another matter that needs my attention. I will meet you at the camp.
Let's see. Is it R2? Yeah, it's R2. Yeah, and he switches them. Why would you need a skill point to switch weapons? That doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense. Oh, okay, it's over there. Yeah, well, I'll just go ahead and fast travel up over there. Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
spoke of Uber meeting his end at the Avon River, west of Uffentune. I fear the worst, but I must know.
And I'm dead. Do that in real life, you're gonna die. Come on, baby, ride on my horse. This is my horse. My horse is amazing. Yeah! Give him a taste. He tastes just like raisins. Something about Sweet Lemonade and tugging on his Winky to turn into an airplane. I forgot what the lyrics were. Oh wow, there's so many people to talk to. Oh no, it's gonna do this crap again where it has a loading the godforsaken conversation. So
Gidrich, after Rochester, I was not sure you would come again.
I've chosen my side. It would sooner bet a hog than allow Alfred to pillage the land of love.
Guthrum will trample Alfred's ambitions like weeds in the dirt. Mercia might rise further yet.
Perhaps I shall one day sit upon the throne of all England. King Gidrich the drunken ass.
I think you're probably being pessimistic, honestly. I mean, the Switch does have a lot on it and a heck of a lot more going for it than the Wii ever did, or the Wii U for that matter. In terms of graphical prowess, yeah, it is lacking in terms of it having a lot more realistic visuals. But then again, that also comes into play how Nintendo, when they do first-party titles, how they're so well at doing animation that doesn't require such massive horsepower and still manage to make their games look as great as they do and run as great as they do. Well, for the most part, I guess, depending on the title. Ugh.
I'll raise a cup to that.
You soft-cheeked Anglo boys. Have you brought your mothers with you?
My mother is worth 10 of your men.
I do not doubt it. I have seen those strong Saxon hens clucking round the hearth as you farmers play with your cocks.
And she'd welcome you in Colchester, Villy. Better than those sour-lipped thanes who haunt our hall.
Look, you Saxon bedwetters. Here is a real one.
Well, in terms of dealing with the overall system itself, then, I mean, yeah, but then again, it depends on the game that you're playing, too, to determine what type of settings that you would be dealing with. But just the system itself, it really does simplify things, which I think actually works in its favor.
Vili, leave these poor boys alone. Their ears are too delicate for the filth you pour in.
Boys is right. This streak of cat piss is barely off his mother's tit. And the Essex boy has hands like a milkmaid.
Ha! Such.
I'm gonna start using some of these things.
Between you two.
Some of these sayings.
You laugh in the face of fear. Tweak old man Death's beard.
I will do my mother and my lord proud today, Eivor. The Lord knows I've not been the best of sons.
Good to see your spirits high. Fight well, my friends, and we'll feast together in victory.
Yeah, this seems like it's like the final part that probably didn't unlock until I finished everything else, oddly enough. Because now it seems like a lot of other characters, some other previous campaigns that I was in, is starting to gather up here for whatever reason. But I guess I hadn't really paying attention to.
It is good to see you.
I gave you my word. Besides, Alfred's faith is strict and he has no love for pagans.
You have changed much from that God-whipped boy. That is good to see.
I was always him, but my faith was like a veil. I am glad you helped me lift it.
And now another education. You'll see how we Norse bads fight.
I am all a quiver with anticipation.
I'll start saying that too. I am a quiver with anticipation. Well, what type of games are you into? I mean, do you have a Switch? Or are you just talking about how the Switch performs from what you've seen?
Ah, Finian. You have come far at my call, old friend.
I've done all I can to help King Oswald find
His shield's going through my chest.
I leave East Anglia in good hands.
You do not plan to return, then?
Major glitch.
No. When I heard of a mighty warrior in the west who brings terror to the Saxons, I came to join you, if you'll have me.
Once we have seen to Alfred, we will raise a horn. Not as allies, but as companions.
If drinking and feasting be in my future, I will follow you to hell.
Well, that's precious.
Dear love, you have come again at my call.
I have, but this does not sit well with me, Eivor. This is a Christian feast, and the people here are not soldiers.
I come only for Alfred.
Innocents will die for your ambitions. I am your ally now, but after this, I must turn back to Mercia.
Oh, the PlayStation.
I have much to repent.
So long as I do not lose your friendship, your oath will be fulfilled.
Well, I mean, the Switch has been out since 2017? 2016? Something like that? I can't remember. But yeah, there's a lot out for it. You're just going to have to kind of determine what type of genres you fall in place with. Because there's a lot on their eShop, but there's a lot of trash on their eShop too, just like there is on any other digital platform nowadays. But there's a lot of good stuff too. But I'm a physical collector. And here's the thing too. You're better off getting the cartridges for the Switch because you don't have to worry about it taking up space on the memory card or on the system storage or nothing like that. It'll just run off the cartridge itself. The save data, though, I think actually does stay on your system. But as far as like overall data, you're not installing anything on the Switch unless you're downloading it. You're just running it off of the cartridge. Now, if you get updates or something, yeah, those will have to download and install. But when it boils down to the game itself, it's just running off of the hardware itself, which I like. I mean the software, I'm sorry.
There you are, Raven.
Lufina, my old friend. And I see you have convinced your husband to stumble southwards.
I couldn't let her carve all the glory for herself. Lufina was just boasting of her heroics in Sussex.
She took the fort single-handed, while the rest of us sat back and...
RPG-wise, it doesn't run off and get you distracted while trying to complete quests. Well, pretty much JRPGs would end up allowing that. You're talking about Skyrim, which is a Western RPG, which is obviously more choice-based than JRPGs are. I mean, yeah, JRPGs do have choice-based stuff, but at the same time, you got more of like a linear story dealing with that. So, of course you would recommend Chernobyl Light. That doesn't surprise me in the least bit, because that's something he's currently addicted to, so of course he would recommend it.
Except meat. You should have seen her.
I have come to make sure my warrior wife's enthusiasm for battle does not get her slaughtered.
Have you ever met a woman less in need of a guardian than me, Eivor?
You will have one nonetheless.
You owe Eivor a lot, my love.
I know. This last affray, I hope the debt will be cleared. I long to return home to our own warm hearth.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Well, here's the funny thing. I don't understand for the life of me why it is that when the Skyrim was released on the Switch, okay, yeah, it was released at $60, which, by the way, they're releasing another version of Skyrim again, which is retarded, and freaking Todd Howard's like, well, if you don't want us to keep releasing Skyrim editions, then stop buying them. I'm like, well, if you stop being so freaking shitty in the way you create stuff, then maybe people wouldn't go out and do it. I mean, yeah, it's retarded. People are going and buying these things and releasing another freaking Skyrim product. I think it's supposed to have like over 200 user-created mods or something like that. So basically, the only thing it seems like it's doing is taking stuff that somebody else had made and putting it into the game and then selling it as a whole package again at $60. It's freaking stupid. So I'm thinking to myself, how about you stop doing that and work on Elder Scrolls 7 and get that out, you retard? How about that? Or 6, I'm sorry, not 7, 6. I'm jumping way too far ahead into the future. And how about actually showing us more of what freaking Starfield is, because people still don't know what the piss it is. And I saw it today when I went to Walmart. Skyrim on Switch is still friggin' $50, dude. $50 friggin' dollars. The lowest I have ever seen it on Switch has been probably 40 or 45. You can get that on any other platform. You could probably get it on a frickin' toaster, for crying out loud, if it would run on there for a hell of a lot cheaper than you would be just having it on the go when you're playing on the Switch. Friggin' battery power it's only gonna run as fast as how much processing power it takes out of the system. You know, that doesn't determine you're going to end up having a whole lot of long game time if you're playing it mobile wise. I don't play the Switch in handheld mode if I can help it. And the thing is, though, is that this isn't even a friggin' Nintendo first-party title. It has some of Nintendo's properties in it. Ooh, you get a Breath of the Wild tunic and a Master Sword and shield to be able to swing around like a little jackass. Oh, whoop-de-frickin'-do. You know, just because it has some Nintendo assets in there, it still has to stay close to the same price. It's a friggin' third-party developer, for crying out loud. It's not a first-party developer. It's not Nintendo themselves that's putting it out. It is frickin' Bethesda that is putting it out. They're a third-party provider. Why in the hell it is that this game isn't cheaper, knowing how long it's been out, is beyond me. I don't get it. I don't frickin' get it.
Eivor, it's good to see you.
That came, Stowe. I released you from your debt, and yet you came.
London is quiet enough, and Stowe here felt the sharp stab of conscience.
Could not let you down, Eivor. That's not what it...
Yeah, actually you can. You can definitely get it for cheaper. Yeah, that's just it. You could get the special edition, as they refer to it as, which is the exact same thing that's on Switch, except you'd get it for a hell of a lot better graphics and better prices on other systems. Yeah, that's exactly right. And it's retarded. You can probably get it for a hell of a lot cheaper than just $20 too. I don't know. I just went on a rant. Sometimes that happens. Something that just doesn't make any sense to me, I rant on it.
Man does. So here I am, despite my reservations.
And you, brother, I did not think you would be
It's all
here.
greed. That's all it is. It's just greed.
My brother sent him to Valhalla with grave goods. I am done with sorrow, Eivor. Now I am bloody angry.
That dude looked like he was about ready to take a piss or something. I'm gonna piss on your boots, boy.
Eivor, you made it unscathed.
They came from all over England.
I never thought it possible, Eivor, that you would rally Saxons and Norse under your black-feathered banner.
They see the tyranny of this elf king. He would crush them all under heel and plug their hearts with his god.
So what is the plan, Eivor?
When is their feast day?
A few nights from now, but their revelry has already begun. We should attack now.
That is unwise. Soldiers pace the paths of the village.
Then the night of the feast, under cover of darkness. That is when we will strike.
Uba will not have died in vain.
We await your instructions.
Oh, there's switches this out there. I haven't had any problem finding where they are. I mean, if anything, order it online if you want one, if you can't find it anywhere locally. It's not like the way it was when the Wii first released.
Let us plan our approach. But whatever happens, Alfred is mine.
They are not expecting us. We should not meet much resistance.
What passes you off?
Then quietly through the fields. It will already be too late once they see us.
Your young Saxons can be our eyes to the west. Better to keep their soft hands away from the conflict.
My scouts reported that a few nobles have arrived for the festivities already.
Good. If we capture the Thanes, there will be no danger when I confront Alfred.
And we could persuade them to support a new king of Wessex. I will subdue the lords.
Take Deolaf and Tefta with you. They could prove useful in convincing the Thanes. Rhoda,
there
take
you go.
Edkirnstone
You know
and
what
capture the
pisses me
garrison.
off?
Make
There you
quick
go.
work of any Saxons
Yeah, I
that
know.
dare cross into the village.
Gladly, Eivor.
We each know our parts. May they blunt their swords against our might.
I don't know, a blunt sword could do some damage. They stood there the whole time just staring at it for the whole day.
Tonight, Wessex's last resistance will crumble.
I follow you, Eivor.
And I.
Be ravening wolves and croaking ravens. Stand firm, your axe arms strong, and together, we will win this final battle. And remember, Alfred is mine. Soma, with me. Everyone else, go quickly to the village.
Run to the...
Advance! Be on the lookout for any stray guards. Huh? Huh? Get to the village and wait for my signal. Best raise my hood here. Let's smoke the rat out of his guard's house.
I guess this already happened. Find and confront.
Stretch your wings, Sunan.
Oh, that person is good. Look at this. I can't get off this box, oh God! I'm trying to run away and I can't. I'm stuck. Look at Ah, that's funny. Anyways. Yeah. What up, pose?
Alfred! Face me, and I will spare the last of Wessex my torch.
Did you think my king would turn his back on you, Eivor? When your knife is smeared with the blood of Wareham?
Stand aside, Goodwin. I come for Alfred.
Alfred is long gone. And this good Christian feast, a cup of honey wine, to trap some wasps.
Where is he?
Calling his allies to his side. All those who wish to see Wessex under one god. You cannot win England with your sorry crew of deluded farmers and godless fools.
At least I wouldn't leave them to die as I scurried through the corn husks like a rat.
You have no understanding of duty, the loyalty I freely give. His plan for England, for the world, is worth the cost of my life.
His hair's so
Then
bouncy.
sing your tuneless hymns.
Come, Raven Feeder. Do your worst.
Throw your ass against the wall.
We could be allies, but now we'll fall by my...
I will never bow to Alfred.
I thought I got stuck there for a second. I'm like, what the piss is that? Oh yeah!
Die, coward!
Yeah! Pulling axes out of my booty.
You are beaten, Goodwin.
Beaten? No, not so. By my death, my lord may live.
Alfred used you, fool. He threw you in my path. For what? He only delays what is inevitable.
Kill me then. It makes no odds. For here you stand, bloody and breathless, no closer to my king, no closer to his throne. This island will never be your home, Eivor. You will not subdue her with vicious force, or win her with cocksure words. We Saxons will always stand firm, shoulder by shoulder against thieves and tyrants, whose envious eyes fall upon England.
No. I will use you as you used me. A few hours in the company of my men, and you will lead us to your Sparrow King.
That I cannot allow.
That sounds kind of gay. It probably was knowing Ubisoft, so it wouldn't surprise me. I think Kirsty fell off of the world. Kirsty, are you still within the chat? Hello?
Soma! The men of Wessex! They came from every house and hovel!
Dang! Fire!
Soma! Fall back!
Oh, she did. Found the fake fist.
You're finished. The Lord will see us prevail.
Oh my god. Wait a minute.
Jammed. Need to get on the other side.
Of course it's jammed. Why wouldn't it be jammed? Is there a way up here? Nope. Our place is burning. Never mind.
Guthrum, I need you fighting with the rest.
These men will not surrender. And one little cockflogger barricaded himself behind that door there.
I will find a way in.
That door there. They're just standing around.
this unholy interruption? Leave me be. I'm no threat to you.
Wait a minute. I want to get this treasure thing first. Get up there, you whore! Oh, what the hell? So much for trying to grab everywhere in the environment. I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, now it does it. Soldiers fell. Let's see how this looks. See how it goes, I suppose. 109. 47. 34. That does look pretty cool. Looks like it's got like horns on it. It's like a goat head with a bunch of.
I need to see if Broder has taken the garrison.
Oh gosh. I'm supposed to bring him out over here, I guess. No, well, maybe not.
Did you see Alfred?
No, but your Saxon boys were ambushed. One lays wounded.
Hold these men back. I'll find them.
They will not better us.
Hunwald! Come, get up! This is no time for weep wailing.
I cannot. And there is a blackness closing in around my eyes. It frightens me.
Forgive me, Hunwald. I should have been quicker.
No. No. You were my staunch protector, Ellerich.
Eivor, have you seen graver wounds?
I will carry him from the fray to that farmhouse there. I will get you to safety, Hunwald. Stay calm.
Alright, man. I'll chat at you later.
Maybe all right.
Thank you for coming in.
There is so little pain just now.
Hunwald, listen to me. You survived the Battle of Bottleston. Do not let this scratch best you now.
I'm so cold. Has winter come so soon?
You will warm yourself with mead and dancing yet, my friend.
Perhaps not, Eivor. It may be I will sit beside my father soon. Will he be proud of me?
He will pull you to his breast. Sob bright words of welcome and until you no man ever had a worthier son.
I am glad to have known you, Eivor. My truest.
There was nothing more you could have done.
Well, ladies and gents, I appreciate everybody checking out the live version and the archive version, but just like Agent OE said earlier, I've got to actually go and get me some supper here in a little bit as well, so appreciate everybody checking out the stream. I'll definitely end up being back maybe later tonight or tomorrow with something, more than likely tomorrow. But anyways, I will go ahead and continue on with this after supper for a little bit, but I'll go ahead and end this like I always do. Later taters.